Lunch. It's Wednesday, March 3rd, 2010. It's me, Hugh Reilly. I've got Rose. Rose is here. Hi, Rose.
Hi, Hugh. Great to be back. I missed not being here last week.
Yes, it was...
it's come to be a nice routine.
But this is your last show.
It is. I know. Alas.
It might be your... Well, who knows what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what the future is
That's right.
going to bring,
right.
but this is your last show for at least a while.
That's right. That's right. So thanks for you know, everything.
It's been a great I've really enjoyed doing the show with you, and I've had comments from numerous viewers who really like your style.
Oh,
yeah, so
that's nice.
Yes.
Thank you. And
So
thanks to anybody who commented.
yeah, so we're just
that's
gonna
sweet.
we're gonna enjoy this show, and it's too bad. What do we want to talk? Do you want to talk about what you're doing, or no? I asked you that last time. You didn't want it. It's a top secret, isn't it? It's top secret. Okay, next topic.
You know what? It's not top secret in the sense that it's anything top secret. It's
You're
just
not working for CSIS.
No.
Not that would be a secret.
It wouldn't. Oh, right. But it's just something very spontaneous I'm doing. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We'll talk about it when I get back. Maybe I'll come on at least for one show to talk about it.
Sure.
If it's interesting.
If you do come back.
That's right,
right?
too. That's another
you
possibility.
never know what's going to happen.
That's right. I'm leaving myself completely open to organic evolution.
There you go. Okay. So that's the way it's supposed to be, right?
Right? Hopefully. Sometimes that works better in theory than in practice, but whenever we can try to implement that in practice, it's good. What do you think?
Well, you know, it's funny that you should mention that. I'm reading this book right now. I can't give you the title of it, but
Is it top secret?
It's just
you don't work for CSIS, do you?
If I did, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Right?
Well, it wouldn't be a secret anyway, so you may as well.
Well, not in
But
Ottawa.
what is the book? What is the book?
The Russians would know all about it.
Right.
You know?
Do you do remote viewing? Well, that was... Okay,
well, you're bringing up all these
book?
great topics. Did I tell you about that woman who she's blind, but she works for NASA because she can see all around the solar system? They send her out when a comet is going to crash into Jupiter. They send her out to look at it.
That's amazing, and I completely believe it. I remember, well, first of all, because we do all have latent extrasensory ESP abilities, and possibly the five senses that we use now detract from the other ones that we don't have a need to develop them. But I've often thought that for blind people, instead of teaching them how to see through feeling and using the other senses, why not teach them to see through the third eye?
Yeah.
And then they could see better than the rest of us.
Yeah.
But what's the book you're reading?
Oh, I've got like a million books, right? And
yes.
I read very slowly. It takes me forever. I never finish them, but I get enough out of them that maybe I'll learn something. I think this one's called Spiritual Economics. Or something
that's
like
interesting.
That. Yeah.
Is that a newly is that a current book?
It's a
relatively
new book.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it talking about how? Well, what is it?
Well, one of the things they talked about, it's about your relationship with money.
Yes.
And all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Right? And that talking about walking the earth with maybe nothing, right?
Right.
And just trusting in the flow of the universe to keep things going.
Well, that's what I always say I'm doing.
That's right. And you've... and you don't even... Nothing. I was going to make some joke about the car that you just sold, but...
Well, no. But what was it saying about that?
Because Jesus drove a BMW as well, I understand.
The thing with material goods is there should be neutrality around it.
Right.
So no attachment. It doesn't matter if you own them or if you don't own them, as long as you do both without attachment.
Yes.
To the point, to the principle.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
Is that what that book is saying, or what is the book saying?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, it's the stuff we all know it,
yeah.
right? We all know what it is, but...
Yeah. We all know most things. We just have to be reminded at key times.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you find? Or don't you find it amazing how you can give great advice to a friend, and then when it comes to your own situation,
Oh, of course. Yeah. Like most of the accountants I know, like forget it. They can keep good books,
right?
but whether they can keep their own.
Life.
I'm not talking about you, Ken. Anyways. So, well, listen, we should tell people what we've got on the show tonight.
Yeah, that's because you've got the windows blacked out, but in fact, there's glorious sunshine out today.
It's too sunny. Like when it's not sunny, we can open this up and get a little bit of natural light, but when it's too sunny outside, we have to close it down. Otherwise, it's out of control lighting. Yeah, it's spring-like.
Did you notice how much longer the days are getting?
I am starting to notice it, and it's starting to feel like spring.
Isn't that great? You
It's
get up in the morning and it's light.
Yeah.
Depending on when you get up. When do you get up, Hugh?
You know what? I slept in today. Normally, I get up about 7:30.
Okay, it's already light then too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But today, I usually there's people coming in here like early in the morning, right? But
Here?
not today.
In here?
In here. So I got to be here to hold the fort.
Well, that's right. You're the captain of the ship.
Yeah, but today, everybody all of a sudden was like not coming in today. So I said, oh, you know what? I'm going to just not. But I still got up pretty early anyway.
Yeah.
Anyways, who cares about that stuff? Let's talk about what we got on the show. And we got Rose Tree. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about Rose?
Yes. Rose Tree, I think she's from Virginia in the States, and she's the only person I know of, not to say there aren't others, but I haven't found them, that specializes in empaths. So if you are an empath, and we'll find out from Rose exactly what an empath is, she can tell you how to manage that energy, because it is a gift, but if you don't, and you're born with it. So if you don't know how to manage it, it can actually cause a lot of upheaval in your life.
Maybe that's what my problem is. I'm not managing my empath.
Your empathic
nature
abilities,
property.
yes, and it's completely different than having empathy. And hopefully she'll be the best one to explain what the difference is.
Well, I'll tell you, Star Trek fans of the original series may remember that episode called The Empath.
Yes.
But I have to say that's one of my least favorite episodes. It's just, there's no action. It's, I don't know, low budget sets.
Yeah.
I just didn't like that episode. But, and we had this discussion, didn't we? But what is your definition? Just give people who don't know what we're talking about. Like, what is an empath? Just your definition.
Well, not my definition as much as my experience, let's say, is that you actually feel what it's like to be another person. Not in the sense that you can put yourself in their shoes. That's having empathy and having compassion. But in my case, what happens is I can pick up the person's feelings, but think they're my feelings. So I'm actually not aware that they're not my feelings. And then I act accordingly as if I'm trying to solve, for example, if they have a problem, I think I have a problem and I try to solve it, but there isn't one. It's not mine. So it took me many years. I only just figured that out recently. And it was actually through finding Rose Tree's website that I recognized things that applied to me that I had never seen written anywhere before. And I thought, so that's what it is, because I was realizing that some things were just odd in my life and the way I was making decisions, and now I see what it was all about. So being an empath is that you actually become something else. You don't have empathy for them. Well, you do that as well, but you may actually you actually can morph into something. So, there are different kinds of empathy. So you can be an intellectual empath, which means that you can talk about subjects that you don't even know anything about if you're in an environment where that subject is pervasive in the energy, let's say, and a variety